So, welcome, Ethel.
Welcome. Thank you.
Great to be in your own home here. It's so beautiful.
Yes, it is. It seems like I left my home and tried to live with someone else and figured out I was sort of living their life more than my life. And I called up Bruce when I was in the hospital, kind of down and depressed. And I didn't want to go back to my daughter and put a burden onto her. So I called Bruce, who was a friend of mine, who put my husband in Juniper for Alzheimer's disease. And I hung on to him because I would know someday I might need him. And he would be there for me, which he was. And I contacted him and told him, Bruce, please, I need to be on my own and get my life in order and meet some friends and have a social life of my own.
It's great.
Thank you.
And so, how have I been able to help you?
Well, you came to my daughter's apartment, which was over in West Palm Beach. I contacted you when I was in the hospital, and you said you would come and get me if I decided, and you would take me and show me an apartment, a few. Mm-hmm. And I said, good, that's what I need. And your father-in-law came with his SUV. My daughter packed 9 boxes of my clothes and things, and he packed them in the SUV. And we took the trip, 2.5-hour ride over to Bonita, Estero. And Bruce set me up in a hotel because this wasn't ready for me to see. And then he picked me up the next day with his father-in-law, brought all my belongings into the apartment that I'm living in now. And that's how I got here, and he told me anytime I needed anything, he was available, and he meant it. Everything that I needed, he set me up. He did a little shopping for me. He helped me get my apartment together with furniture because my children were quite busy that weekend. So I relied on him faithfully. Yeah. He hooked up my phone. He got my shower curtain up. He did shopping for me, which all my children were busy and couldn't help me. So I really love him and appreciate him. Thank you.
Thank you. So Ethel, I know you said something to me the other day about living in assisted living.
Yeah.
That you thought that moving into assisted living you wouldn't have any freedom.
That's right, yeah.
So how is it living here?
I love it. It's just that I have, it seems like my own apartment. My daughter was here and she says, Mommy, it looks like a condominium. And I really thought it would be different, that somebody would be always hovering over me and telling me what to do. But I'm not. I've got a lot of freedom. I have a lot of people that I met for the first time. We exchange stories, and they're kind of funny. And I went to happy hour, which is something I never do. You know, I don't associate like that. And we had a great time. They had a keyboard player. A man was singing Chicago, and we're all putting our hands up. They were playing New York, New York. I said they have happy hour Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours, which I'm going to join in. I get my hair done 4 rooms away from where I am, and not costly, like $20, which is less than $50 what I was paying at home. And we all meet if we're having lunch, and then we'll meet in the beauty parlor and we exchange stories. I really like it. And then they take us shopping. We go to the casino for 2 hours. They take us on trips, and it's very enjoyable.
And you've done well with bingo.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was funny. I was exchanging stories that I used to play bingo in Hard Rock and win like $500 a game. So I sat down to play bingo in the activity room, and I said, I sat down, I won bingo, and I was telling how I won big money, and the lady says, well, here you'll only play for a candy bar. And it struck me so funny inside that I didn't want to laugh and be rude, so I laughed inside, I said. And then Bruce came with a beautiful plan to wish me luck and happiness, and I told him I won a bar of candy playing bingo, and I thought that was cute. Yeah.
Great. And then you won bingo a second time.
I did. I went down 15 minutes late. I popped in, I sat down, and we were playing one game, 4 corners. I sat down, I hollered bingo. I won another candy bar, and the woman said, "You're funny. You come in 15 minutes late, and you win our candy and leave." I said, well, it was, yeah.
Right.
So we have a lot of fun.
So you're like
Yeah.
the bingo queen.
Yeah.
The-
Well, I used to win pretty big money, but it's fun. It's
So-
fun. Though I have the memories of years ago and the fun of today.
So
Yeah.
for somebody who is struggling with this type of decision, do you have any advice for somebody like that?
I would call Bruce. I would call you because you have a good idea of how us people, not people, but elderly people should get on with our lives. And I was struggling to keep my home, and I was cutting down on things that I would love to do, and I couldn't do them because I had to pay bills. And I figured when Bruce spoke to me and explained to me how everything would be taken care of, my laundry, my housekeeping, my social life, and my own apartment, shower, help if I needed, I decided to go in that direction.
So somebody who is living on their own and maybe struggling a little bit living on their own, would you, besides calling me, would you have any advice for them about your quality of life living here?
Yes, don't wait too long. That's all I could say, is because I woke up one morning and I was quite ill, went to bed all right, and I spent 3 weeks in the hospital and 2 weeks in therapy, and that's when I made my decision not to go live with somebody else and be a burden, to be on my own and enjoy my life and let them live their life. That's what I decided to do.
Well, Ethel, it's great, and I'm happy we've been able to help you.
Oh
and
yeah,
so-
you knew how I hung on you because
I
you
know.
did wonderful for my husband. Yeah,
Wow.
I was all panicky, didn't know which way to turn. You were there for every decision I could have made and didn't know how to make, you know. Yeah. I still will keep you as a friend because God knows where I'll be
Oh.
next.
Well, you're going to come to our house to make a cheesecake.
Oh yeah.
So-
When I walk better, I'm getting therapy.
Right.
That's something I'm getting here from Medicare.
Mhm.
Medicare is going to pay for therapy on Tuesday and Friday for half an hour. I have a nurse that comes in every morning, not every morning, once a week to check my blood pressure. And then I know when she leaves, I'm quite healthy. They weigh me once a month. A doctor comes in at least once a week and checks on my blood pressure and things like that. My medication is delivered to me if he orders any medication. I don't have to bother calling someone and say, would you come and get me? I have to go for a doctor's appointment, or would you pick up my medicine? I live here and everything is taken care of for me.
So would you say you have a lot of peace of mind?
Oh yes, oh yes, yes, yeah. I don't have to take any pills for sleeping. I don't have to take depression pills. I'm quite happy, quite
Great.
happy.